We have a developing story out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where police say they have arrested several people who were planning to kill police officers using stolen guns.
Yeah, the plan was apparently revenge for the fatal shooting of Alton Sterling by police last week. Our David Begnaud joins us now by phone. David, what exactly do you know?
Well, it's the one thing police officers here in Baton Rouge were worried about ever since Alton Sterling died at the hands of two Baton Rouge police officers last week. They were concerned that there would be a plot to attack police similar to what we saw in Dallas. Now we have been able to independently confirm that 3 people have been arrested. This all started when a pawn shop was burglarized last weekend. We're told that around 9 guns were stolen, taken off the shelves. And yesterday, federal authorities and local authorities raided a home where they recovered 7 of the 9 guns and arrested 3 people. We're told 1 person is still at large, and they are looking for in connection. But the bottom line is our sources have told us that one of those arrested gave police direct information that the guns were stolen in an attempt to carry out a plot to kill police officers following the death of Alton Sterling. Now, Mr. Sterling died early last week. It's been about a week since his death. The 2 officers involved in his death are on paid administrative leave. No one has spoken out on behalf of the officers, not the police union, not an attorney. No one has come forward. The police chief here in Baton Rouge has said even he wants answers, and the mayor of Baton Rouge has asked the community for calm. Last week, there were protests almost every day. Last night was the first night where we did not really see much of anything that amounted to a protest. But now this is the real fear that law enforcement had. I just got off the phone with a top law enforcement official here in Louisiana who said we had heard rumblings that there were people who wanted to harm police, but now we've got something that we believe is evidence in connection with a crime. We think this pawn shop was burglarized so that they could get these guns and either kill police officers simply in retaliation for Alton Sterling's death or specifically at a protest as part of the Black Lives Matter movement or as part of just another protest where people were getting together to protest against what the police officers did.
Disturbing details there, David. And again, so we understand clearly there was a robbery at this pawn shop. Those guns were stolen from the pawn shop. In following up on those leads, police in the area discovered that those weapons were intended to be used to perhaps harm police officers.
I have a law enforcement source who said that at the scene when the men were arrested, that one of the suspects disclosed to police about the plot. And essentially, police, having no idea about this, foiled this alleged plot simply by recovering these weapons. Again, 2 weapons are still outstanding. 7 have been recovered. We're told there are 2 more that are on the street, so to speak, and there is a 4th person who was allegedly involved that police are looking for.
Do we have any sense, David, of when they were intending to carry out this attack and if there's any sort of wider scope of others involved?
We have no information on that right now.
All right, David. And so now what are the next steps? I mean, these guys are behind bars. They're looking for other suspects right now. Are we going to see these guys standing before a judge anytime soon?
Well, look, I mean, they'll get their time in court. They have 72 hours once they're booked into jail to where they have to have bail and see a judge and that kind of stuff. But right now, what the police are doing is trying to figure out exactly how well planned was this plot, how much thought went into it. Was this something that was hastily planned? Or were there, maps that were drawn out? Were there places, people who knew about the alleged plot who may not have come forward? How well orchestrated was this going to be had it happened? And also right now, you've got police officers. There are barricades up around the Baton Rouge Police Department to protect the officers. And there are resources from around the state of Louisiana which are in Baton Rouge to backfill a police force, which I was told by the chief yesterday is exhausted. You've got police officers who have been going for 6 days straight to maintain peace and order in this city and protect the protesters and the residents, right? People have a right to protest, and the chief has made it clear we want you to protest, but we have to ensure your safety. Well, there really hasn't been a break. So state officials have asked for resources from across the state of Louisiana to come in. So I think you're going to see perhaps an even bigger police presence tonight if there is another protest, because there's a real vigilance right now that police have officially come out publicly and said these arrests were made, the guns were stolen, and the information we have is that they were going to be used to kill police officers in direct response to the death of Alton Sterling at the hands of 2 Baton Rouge police officers.
David Begnaud, thank you.